Welcome all to the Daytona 500. So this is something that I do every single season. We did one for 2022, 23, and 24. This will be the 2025 race with 2025 drivers, and I believe that this game has every car. Yeah, 45 cars. So this has all the cars that did not make the 500 as well. Um, like I can already see one there in the 44 car, which I believe is JJ Yaley. I forget who drove that. I can't read the name. Yeah, it's JJ Yaley. So it's got all the cars that did not make the race as well as the ones that did. This car, the 66 of Chandler Smith, also did not make the race. Neither did BJ McLeod. So, um, yeah. So how this race is going to work? And see, you've got 45 laps of fuel. So, 200. No, not. What am I doing? 75 laps are going to be run here in this race. Um, and so 45 laps of fuel. That means there will be one pit stop in this race. So we're taking the green. This is not the official start of the race. This is not the official start. Wow, it's lagging. So let me just recap for those who do not know. The 2022 race was won by Denny Hamlin. The 2023 race was won by Cody Ware. The 2024 race was won by Chris Buescher. And the whole 2024 race in general was just kind of wild. So also, cautions will occur if a car flies off the track. So if that were to happen, we would throw the caution for any driver that goes off. And with all of that out of the way, let's get this 2025 Daytona 500 underway. The green flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. We are green in Daytona. So Ty Dillon leading into the first turn. Now Ross Chastain out in front. As they go down the back straightaway, the one car still out in front. Into turn 3, Ricky Stenhouse is going to take over the lead. Going into turns 3 and 4, Ricky Stenhouse is going to take the race lead away from Denny Hamlin, or from Ross Chastain. Speaking of Hamlin, he's in second. Will we see our first repeat winner? Every single driver that has won in these past races is currently in the field. You got Hamlin, Ware, and Buescher. And all three of those guys are going to be in this field tonight. So we'll see what happens. Also, it looks like this is going to be a daytime race as well, and the 0-1 car of Corey LaJoie is going to take the lead. This is going to be fantastic. Last year's 2024 race was definitely wild. Okay, let's see. Can I go open the flag stand this time? I couldn't last time. I will look. Yep, I can. So we're gonna be in the flag stand for this one. Get a front row seat to whatever happens in this race. But LaJoie now leading. Here comes Denny Hamlin and Helio Castroneves in the 91. In his first NASCAR Cup start, he's going to take the lead potentially here on lap 3, and he's going to lead that lap. So Helio to the front. Hamlin fighting back on that top side. Another thing to note, if you're on the very top lane in turns 1 and 2, you get a monster run. And in turns 3 and 4, if you're on the bottom lane, you get the run. So this is something that we're going to have to keep note of as this race goes on. Let me just make sure the 40th is still, or 45th in this case, still on the track. SVG is still running, so no cars have gone off yet. 5 laps into this Daytona 500. Now the 01 of LaJoy is going to again have the momentum on the bottom, but the 91's on that very top lane. You should get the run off the corner. Here comes LaJoy and Hamlin though, 3 wide for the lead. And thus far, Castroneves is going to keep it. Here comes Hocevar in the 77. Hocevar is throwing his hat in the ring. Thus far, it has been all Elio. And it's already starting. The 42 of John Hunter Nemechek glitching out in front of the field. So this is something that we had last year as well. During the last running of this race, where we had cars that would glitch out in front of the entire field and get really far ahead. That is what seems to have happened with the 42 here. So we're going to keep that in mind. The 42 didn't get too far ahead. And Hamlin, has he just gone off the racetrack? No, he's still on the track, and the 42 is just getting farther and farther ahead. I am going to pit the 42. This is a black flag. So that means I also, you know what, I'm going to write his name down as well. Just so that I can pit John Hunter. During the pit cycle. And Hamlin has also glitched, it seems. So I'm going to black flag him next lap. So this is going to be cars that I'm going to have to pit during the green flag cycle. The 42 and the 11. Yeah, Gregson is still on the track. The 42 is in the pits, serving his penalty for glitching in front of the field. Hamlin, geez, look at the lead he has on Castroneves. What in the hell? I mean, Elio's also got a big lead on the rest of the pack. But now Hamlin's pitting. I'm going to get up real quick just so I can write down the names of the drivers that I black flagged during this run. Just so that I remember to black flag them. During the next pit cycle. Okay, here's a blank page. So it was the 42 and the 11 that I pitted. Alright, the first color I picked was red, so I guess we're using red for this. So I'm just gonna write down the number, not the name. Just makes it easier, and I want to get back to this race. So it is Elio still leading the show after 10 laps, coming up to 11. And yeah, he's got a pretty sizable gap on the field here, and the highest running previous winner of this race is right here, the 51 of Cody Ware. He was unfortunately not in the field for last season's race, so he was thus not able to defend his title of the champion of this race, of the champion of the Roblox 500, as I'm going to call it. So he was not able to defend that crown. Um, so maybe this year he can get some redemption for what happened last year. So the 0-1, so the 91 is just completely checked out from the rest of the pack. This is the battle that between this group of what looks to be about 5 or 6 cars um, that are just fighting for second right now. So let's make a prediction. Who do you think wins this race? I mean, right now it is definitely looking like the 91. There's no guarantee that we won't see some cautions in this race. So looking at Denny Hamlin, he is the last car on the track. He is still running. So Castroneves still leading the way, unchallenged. Cole Custer has now put himself in the second position. So again, 45 laps of fuel for each car. This time you can actually see the fuel that each car has, and I'm seeing some more glitching. This time by William Byron and Ross Chastain. That, you know what? I'm actually fine with that, because it's bringing them closer to the 91. We should actually have a battle soon for the top spot. And I mean, it's not like the glitch was even that bad, really. So 14 laps in to the Great American Race. 91 still got a pretty big lead on the field. And yep, Chastain's catching. He's catching fast, and he's going to take the lead without too much issue here. Ross Chastain to the front. 91, he was fighting back for a second. Look at the 91 is just, you can see how he's kind of like tweaking out a little bit. Like, some strange stuff is happening in this race already. So, I mean, is this something that we should just come to expect from this race every year? Is this kind of stuff happening? We'll see. Because I'm thinking maybe, so this is like clearly a big problem already. I'm considering just starting next season, or for the next running of this race, I'm considering just ignoring that. I'm considering ignoring the glitching, because that just may be something that we're just gonna see happen. Now the 1 and the 24 have checked the fuck out. The 43 has now glitched ahead of the 91. So showing me through the rest of the field, showing me where the entire field currently runs. Hamlin, is Yaley still on the track? He is. So there's me. Chastain. I mean, I guess I'm technically the official in this race. Shouldn't I be up in the tower instead of the flag stand? Fuck it, I'll leave it. But yeah, Chastain, Byron Jones, Castroneves, Keselowski, Cody Ware, Custer, Hocevar, Busch, and Stenhouse, the top 10. Also, BJ McLeod, although I think he's been shuffled into this group of cars here, so maybe not top 10, close to it anymore. Nah, he's in 23rd now. But for a second he was up there. You focus again on the leaders here. Chastain, Byron, there's Jones, a little bit. Wow, look at how freaking far ahead those two are. Look at how far ahead Jones is ahead of the 91 too. So unless we see a wreck or some kind of caution, unless we see a wreck or some kind of yellow, I don't think this race Like this is gonna be a strange race. We don't see any cautions. I'm kind of hoping that we don't, to be honest, because I want to see how this plays out. Just staying green the whole way. Because you got to take into account who's gonna randomly get the glitch in front of the field. So far, it's the one, the 24, and the 43, but there could be plenty others that have this same thing happen to them. I believe. I mean, okay, was Zane Smith up here? I don't remember him being up here, but now he is. So watch out for him. And yeah, the one still maintaining a pretty sizable gap over the 24. Uh, Early on, Ross Chastain currently out in front. I've been watching Blaney. He was in what, 12th? I'm pretty sure he was actually top 10 at one point. Now he's in 37th. So there's Josh Berry, who I believe is new to the top 10 in this race. I'm gonna be honest. In real life, as I'm recording this, we we just wrapped up Homestead, which Larson won, but Barry also won this year as well. Call me crazy, but I Josh Berry wins multiple times this year. I'm gonna be honest. That's just my theory. And look at the 24. Look at look look at his box. It's just look at that. Like, it's no wonder why this is happening all the time. If you go to the 24, the one's gonna start doing that too. If you look at the 24, so it's just a mess. It's just a mess. But it's my mess, and I'm happy with it. God, I'm really interested to see how this plays out. Like, as long as we don't have any cautions, as long as we got no yellows, this should be one of the most interesting versions of this race that we've ever seen. The 24 is catching up to the 1. I can see it right here. The 24, I think, is caught slightly on the 1, but the gap is still a little bit too big for him to make up. And the 1's going to be able to pull back away from him because he's got the better corner. The 24 had caught up a little bit, but the 1's going to be able to get that, going to be able to bridge the gap again. I mean, look at that. There's no way Zane got that far ahead in that short amount of time. So, if we want to be fair here, Castro Neves is probably still the leader. Like, this 91 car is I think the natural leader. Like, we can call it race leader Chastain, natural leader Elio. But yeah, Cody Ware I think might be able to pass him here. He's catching. And okay, the gap has gotten bigger. 24 is not even close anymore to the back of the 1. So Ross Chastain leads 27 laps in to this Daytona 500. William Byron also in second. Eric Jones, Zane Smith, Elio, Cody Ware, Josh Berry, Des McLeod in the top 10, Stenhouse 9th, and Custer in 10th. It is actually really cool how the field just kind of fans out. I think that's really cool. Just to kind of watch the field do that. I'm thinking that at some point I will do a race that is 200 laps of this, and if we do that, I'm gonna have stage cautions as well as the normal ones, or if a car flies off. So far, 30 laps in, there has not been a cars flying off. And speaking of, the 24 is passing Ross Chastain, William Byron, the real life winner of the 2024 and 2025 500s. He now leads the Roblox 500 as well. Chastain's still right on him though. Chastain's close. He's gonna have a chance. He had the lane. Chastain just needed to get above that little black line, and he would have had the run. Now the 24 is starting to pull away here, and the 24 I think has it for now. Jones is pretty much on an island by himself. There's like nobody around him. Zane, oh my god. Okay, these guys are just coming off the corner. Barry is not the natural leader, by the way. Okay. McDowell and Briscoe. I am pretty sure that the both of y'all were in the back of the field last time I checked. Both of you were in the back of the field. How did you get up here? I mean, no shit. They got up here they got up here because they glitched. But yeah, so this is what I mean when I say I hope no one flies off. Just because these two cars were at the ass end of the field, and all of a sudden they are up here now. They are up here racing for the lead. Also, these guys are gonna have to start making pit stops soon. So we're gonna have to keep that in mind as well. But McDowell with a slight edge over Briscoe for 5th place. Briscoe in 6th. William Byron. I mean, Chastain is once again closing on him. We're gonna have to watch this battle take place, cause it's actually been pretty good. A lot of times I'll check and one of them has either caught or put away from the other significantly. So this might be a really good battle to watch. Just to watch play out. But yeah, 34. Lap 34 out of 75. So we're what's half of 75? Like 30 something. So I'm gonna say we're about halfway. Hold on, I can actually look it up. Should I be ashamed that I'm looking this up right now? I'm pretty sure it's like 35 point something. 37.5. Okay, I was close. So, we're rounding up. I'm gonna say lap 38 is the halfway point. So we're getting pretty close to that. How far ahead are these two? Okay. How? There is no feasible way that you got up here this fast. Unless you glitched. Where's Hamlin? Okay, Hamlin also is he's in a spot where I feel like he shouldn't be either. But I will pit him with the rest of the field. Blaney, man. Why is Blaney always so terrible in these races? Like, Jesus Lord. Jesus Lord Christ. Well, the 24 is now a mile ahead of the 1. So I don't think we need to focus on that for now. Uh, I don't. That's the thing. I don't think these two are the natural leaders either. I think it's still the 91. Yeah, look at this. 91, 51, 21. These three have stayed in the same general spot, racing each other uh, uh, for for I would say the whole race. Also, look at the 42. Like, how am I supposed to do? Like, what do I do with you? What do I do with you, bro? Like, seriously, what the fuck? Okay, wow, look at that gap. That is quite the gap between those cars. So, okay, we're gonna start seeing pit stops in the next fight ladder. So you can actually see you can see the fuel on the 24. Yeah, all these guys. Wow, the 38 has 2 laps less of fuel, so he's gonna be pitting really soon, as well. So when will we see our first round of pit stops is the question. Okay, yeah, the the 42, I gotta make sure that I pit him right away with the 42 and the 11 because I black flagged those two cars because they glitched. Which, you know what? They they're both in they're both back in the top 20. I would say they're doing pretty alright for themselves. And the 42, I thought he was going to go off the track. He is still on the track. So we should start seeing stops very soon. Maybe this lap or the next. Yeah, the 38 car is definitely going to be pitting this time. 38, I would say, is for sure pitting this time or the next. So this is going to be interesting. Does he pit now? No, so he's going to be pitting next lap. Yeah, next lap he's pitting for sure. So this is going to be interesting. It's just watching this play out is going to be very, very interesting. So we got a couple of cars that have negative fuel, which means they're pitting this time. So 38 is going to be coming out of the turn. He'll be coming out of turn 4. He'll be pitting, I will for sure this time. There he goes. Zane is pitting. And he's a mile ahead of the rest of the pack. Who else is pitting? Anyone? Not seem like it. Seems like Zane is the only taker. But I'm sure we'll start seeing the mother load of cars coming down the pits this time. I'm sure we'll start seeing the mother load of cars pitting here. This next time. We'll see. I already pitted the 42. So the 42 is going to pit, I believe. Yeah, he's pitting. And here comes a boatload of others. A boatload of others are also pitting. Let's see, who else is in that group? Who else is in that group? Haley, Allgaier, and a whole host of others. And Zane Smith actually just passed all of them. And here comes the last couple cars in to make their stops. Wallace stayed out. And there's the rest of them. There's the rest of them pitting. There's the rest of those cars coming in the pits. So let's see. When all those cars shuffle out, I mean, okay, the 24 is already way ahead of those. The 24 is already way ahead of everyone. So this is actually gonna really spread. Is really gonna spread some shit out right here. There's gonna be a lot of like spreading out amongst all of these guys. There's gonna be a lot of spreading out. So the 24 with a just, I would say, an insurmountable lead on the field. Unless Akaji comes out, I don't think the one's catching. So Hamlin. So yeah, Hamlin. I pitted the 11 and the 42, and they still came out pretty okay. They still came out pretty okay. So this is going to be interesting to watch how all of this plays out. There's Blaney still running in the back, I see. So William Byron still with a pretty massive lead on the pack here. Okay, Jones has caught Chastain. So this could be a pretty good battle for second here, if we see that. This is odd. Like last year, Daytona, the Roblox 500 was run entirely at night last season. It seems like this race is going to be run entirely during the daytime. So that's neat, I guess. I think Jones gonna make this pass here. I'm gonna be honest. I think Jones is about to do it. I'm gonna watch these guys for a minute. See how it plays out. But thus far, we've not seen a single car go off the track. Thus far, everyone is still running. So Byron, look at it, battle for second right here. Jones is taking it from Chastain. So now Jones moves up into the second spot over Ross. You got Zane, Briscoe, McDowell, Suarez, Bell, Nemechek, and Jimmy Johnson up in the top 10. The 42 was for sure ahead of ahead of Johnson when they crossed the line, but still showing him in 10th place, even though he's ahead of both the 45 and the 84. The 24 is just, yeah, he is just checked out. He gone. He gone. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry about that. The one is actually retaking a spot from the 43. So we got a bit of a back and forth going on there. 43. Ooh, we barely beat the one across the line according to the ticker. So we actually got a hell of a battle going on here as well between Jones and Chastain. Then you got just whatever the hell this is back here. This is just a cluster. Scrolling through, showing you where everyone else currently runs in this race. It has been all William Byron, I would say, for most of this race. So, unless we have a car flying off the track, the 24, I think, might have the win locked up. We'll see, though. We still got cars that can fly off. Anything can still happen here. Anything can still happen. There's gonna be no more pit stops and no chance of anything else getting shuffled, unless we see a yellow. Oh my God, Zane is on an island. These two are. I figured these two would still be running together, but Briscoe's pulled away from McDowell significantly. So yeah, this is where all the normal cars are running. The ones that haven't glitched. So I'm gonna say this 45 is probably the natural leader. Is probably the 45. Because actually now it's Gemini. Now it's Gemini, the natural leader. Again, I I am I am going to count whoever crosses the finish line first as the winner. What 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 at this point, whether they glitched or not, I'm going to count whoever crossed the line first as the winner. As the winner of this race. But I'm also probably going to be counting the natural winners as well to see who won without glitching. Like, the first of the non-glitching cars to cross the line, I will also give a shout out to at the end. But this is who would be the actual winner if I were to if the race were to end. I would give it to the 24. But I would also be counting the 4 as well if he were to stay in if he were to stay in ninth place. I would give him that as well because he was the first cross line without glitching. So it's like we got two races happening. We got the glitched race, which is Byron, and then the rest of the top 8. Then ninth on down is all of the non-glitching cars that are racing for the natural win. Which the natural win is actually looking to be a pretty good battle, so I'm probably just going to focus on that because there's not a lot happening up here. So Reddick and Johnson are side by side. Imagine Jimmy Johnson ended up being the natural winner. Like, let's see, is everyone still on the track? Seems like it. Yeah, everyone is still on the track. I mean, look at this. This is just insurmountable. We got 16 laps to go. There is no way that anyone catches Byron at this point. But Reddick has now started to pace himself out a little bit from the 84 and the rest of the the non-glitched cars. But again, there's still a lot of time. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. There's still plenty of time for some stuff to go down. Here's the rest of the pack once again, showing you where everyone currently runs in this race. I think it's so cool that that they have not just the cars that made the 500, but also the ones that didn't in this game. Because I remember last year they had just the cars that were that made the 500. Just the cars that made the 500 were the only ones that were in this game. Uh, but but this year they have the the open card as well. They have the open cards in this game in this game now. So that's really cool. Starting to get down to the end of it. Yeah, the 24 is checked out. This is gonna be the battle that I want to focus on. Will be this battle here. Which it's looking like looking like Reddick is gonna be Reddick's gonna be the one holding up the trophy at the end, unless I mean, if we have a caution, this whole thing gets thrown out the window if a caution comes out. But I don't think we're gonna see one. I think it. I'm thinking everyone's gonna finish this race. That's what I think. Like, we're 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 still seeing some of the cars glitching and stuff, but we have not really seen anybody fly off the track in this one. So we I'm thinking we're actually gonna have a race that goes green all the way to the end. The 45 is pulling away from the field. Has Jones caught? Not even close. 43 is still really far behind. Yeah. I mean, yeah. The 20 is exiting turn 4 as the 45 is in the middle of turn 3. And like it doesn't matter how like from where the 45 is, you can't even see the 20 from where the 45 is. This Anthony Alfredo is closing. He is starting to catch up to the 45. He is starting to catch up to him. This is going to be interesting. These two have kind of pulled away from the rest of the pack. It might be a 2-horse race for who the winner should be. Yep, still checked out. The 45. I mean, looking at this, the 45 has a pretty similar gap on the 62 than the 62 does on the rest of the pack. Like the 45 also seems checked out as well. Believe me, I am tempted to throw a caution right now. Hey, lap 69, nice. I am tempted heavily to throw a caution. You know what? I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Screw it. As soon as the 35 passes the finish line, I'm throwing it. Just for shits, because why not, right? Just for shits. I'm throwing the caution for shits. Oh my god, look at how freaking close. Okay. So the 44 is already here. He's a lap down. Herbst, once he gets up here, I'm throwing the green. And I'm doing fast just so that nobody glitches through the damn thing, which I've seen before. There we go, boys. We're going to have 6 laps to go when we go green. The green flag is back in the air. We're back underway in the 500. Oh my god, this is just gonna cause more chaos, isn't it? Well, look at all the freaking tweaking that's happening right now. What the freak? Well, so far, 24 is holding strong. He still has the lead as they go out of 3. William Byron might be about to win this race. The Roblox 500 and the real life one. He leads the first lap off the green. Whoa! A lot of cars bouncing around right now. Here comes Eric Jones. Eric Jones going for the lead. Jimmy Johnson. Imagine Jimmy wins. I'm rooting for him, to be honest. Jimmy Johnson is going to take the lead. Jones crosses over. Here comes Justin Haley in the 7. Justin Haley is... Oh, he got a decent exit off the corner. Justin Haley's going to... He's in second. He's going to take second. Yeley's allowed to... I'm just going to get rid of him. Get him out of here. Justin Haley... Yeley to the front. Justin Haley to the lead. But Jones fighting back on the top. Eric Jones fighting back on the top. And Haley is through. Justin Haley is going to take the race lead. And there he goes to 44 in the pits. He's gone. He was a lap down. Doesn't really matter. Haley's got a big gap. I think someone might glitch here. There's Blaney on the top. Haley has the preferred top lane. He's going to get the run off the corner, I think. No. Okay, there is a little bit. Haley's leaving that bottom lane open for the 6 car. Here comes Brad Keselowski. And Brad Keselowski to the front. Ty Dillon, John Hunter. Look at some of the names in this top 10 right now. Keselowski leads. 2 laps to go in the 500. Haley on the top. Ty Dillon goes even higher. 3 wide. There goes John Hunter. Nemechek in a second. Back straight away. Into turn 3. Ty Dillon, I think, has the best lane here. Haley underneath the 42. Haley's going to take second. Keselowski leads. We'll see the white flag. Final lap here in Daytona. Who's going to win the Roblox 500? Here comes Justin Haley on the top. Justin Haley did not have the run. Ty Dillon in a second. Back straight away for the final time here in Daytona. Does Ty have anything left for the 6? Here they come to the final corner. I think Brad's got it. Final corner. Brad Keselowski is going to win the 2025 Roblox 500. What a race.